it gives us a great pleasure to present you Andrija family wine cellar. At the very spot where river Neretva, right after flowing through the city of Mostar, slows down and calmly runs towards the Adriatic Sea. On its right bank, it rears Mediterranean plateau, Brotnjo, region often mentioned and known by unusual value of its wines. Right there, in the heart of it, among the fertile vineyards, thrives Andrija wine cellar, underneath the old houses of ancient village, the village of Paoča, mentioned in Dubrovnik archives as early as 1432. Closely treasured family tradition, and in homely environment, they are processing grapes and making majestic wines. Their old little cellar, situated in their family home and built before over 300 years, safeguards the whole story of this family's vinicultural roots. Advantages of centennial experience in growing vineyards and making wine are enriched by construction of new wine cellar in 1995, which accommodated most contemporary equipment and newest technology for grapes cultivation and fermentation and wine nursing. In underground cellar section, there are long rows of wooden barrels and smaller barrique barrels for wine ripening, whereas the aged wines are kept in separate archive section of the cellar. Wine cellar is led by its owners with great love and care. Expert and technological services are entrusted upon a knowledge engineer with years of experience. In continuance of ancient traditions, Andrija wine cellar grows and uses mostly two autochthonous sorts of grapes, those that give their best qualities only in this region, white Žilavka and red Blatina. Both of the sorts inhabit the Hercegovina soil for more than 2,000 years, and that endurance is proof of their worth, certificated by numerous awards and praises given to the wines of this region during the past years. The name of Žilavka wine stock means that it is constantly reaching towards the sun, that it is resistant to drought, and that it finds moisture penetrating deep into the rocky soil of Herzegovina. Using different approaches to technology of wine processing and ripening, but also by special grape selection, whole range of white, red and rosé wines is offered to the market for all the good tastes, and always with the name Andrija. For example, there are those who prefer cooler, lighter Žilavka wines. Even though it is one of the heady Mediterranean wines, this Žilavka also conceals character typical for continental wines. Young Žilavka wine has distinct sourness that enables slow ripening and creating refined bouquet, characteristic for the sort. After 1 or 2 years stand, it acquires miraculous harmony of taste, and all of its ingredients are melted in one shapely whole, a whole from which nothing stands out or is imposing itself. And there are other people that, if it's available, never overlook Žilavka barrique. It is also made from selected grapes and is ripened for 3 years in exclusively new and dried oak barrels, what gives it distinct bouquet, color and fullness of taste. It is similar with Blatina, robust, dark red wine. For example, there is somehow fresher, lighter wine with characteristic aroma, and there is dark and very rich wine with special bouquet. The first kind is kept for a short period of time in big oak barrels. Blatina barrique is ripening in smaller 225-liter barrels during the first and second year of ripening. After blending and melting, it is kept for another year in bigger oakwood barrels and several months in glass bottles. Žilavka and Blatina sorts in this wine cellar are refreshingly completed by unusual and almost secretly produced rosé Andrija. Let's just say that this rosé is produced with particularly picked grapes of Blatina wine stock. Its light pink color and mild taste is acquired by separating grape juice from grape skin just before the fermentation. alongside the wines, Andrija wine cellar is producing excellent natural brandy, Lozovača, and natural wine liquor. Natural Lozovača brandy is one of the selected Mediterranean strong but very drinkable alcoholic beverages. Natural wine liquor is made in whole from selected grapes and Blatina wine with addition of natural aromatizing components. It is bottled after 3 years of ripening in oak barrels. Friends of this nectar of gods, as they call it from the ancient times, we wanted to propose a toast to you with these audio and visual records before we meet together for a drink from wine cellar Andrija. Also, we would like to mention that homely surrounding of this wine cellar is indeed producing refreshing nectar only from selected self-grown grapes. Old Master Andrija is accurately reassuring us that with his wines is the best to be always thirsty and never drunk.